More bookshelves. Slowly but surely, the situation was going out of control. The demon army broke apart as some of its members started pursuing their own goals. Some groups began to attack the others seemingly without reason, while others sought to impose their will on the weaker ones. One faction, however, had no interest in the other demons. Instead, they reversed course and headed straight back to Asgard. No translated books. Odin's worst fears had come true. Outside the gates of Valakioth stood a violent horde of his former men, ready to spill the blood of their own people to satisfy their primal urges. But even worse than that was the news that the leader of these rogue beasts was none other than Hugin himself. Plot twist. The capital was in chaos. Since the Asgard elite soldiers were now all part of the demon army, little remained of the city's defenses. That's too bad. Ha! Valakioth was utterly destroyed by Hugin and his raiders. There seemed no limit to his bloodlust as he laid waste to the streets of the once glorious capital. It is said that Hugin did not hesitate for a second as he faced his former master and struck down the king with a single blow. Asgard had fallen to its own might. All that remained of its former glory were bands of demons scouring the countryside. They were no better than wild animals. In many ways, they were worse. Free blink spell. Sweet. Just to cancel out the battle. Basically. Alright. Oh, looks like we got more switches. Okay, apparently these make different staircases appear. Another chance to get a green herb. Sweet, first shot. Ow. That was uncalled for, dude. Can we get another one? Yes, we can. Guess that makes up for the previous fight where we didn't get any. Lots of crits. It's pretty ridiculous. I kind of want to do Inferno, but guess we can try a little barrier. Kind of just to show it off, if nothing else. Yeah, those spells are really expensive to use. So you're really only going to be using them in like longer battles. So oh, we got new enemies in here. Scylla and Sharbatus. Nerve heal? Nah? Works for me. Free spells are always nice. Especially spells that you may not have a lot of. What about you? Wow, that did some damage. Sheesh. I think this calls for a Mendel. And we're missing. That's always a good time. There you go. Merit tier. Okay, it's not really worth stealing, but whatever. Well, we can try out Inferno now, so that's cool. Ooh, that was pretty nice. Belching water. I don't think it's worth all the MP it takes to use it, but still, it's nice. Okay, let's see if we can get through here. Yeah, see, we actually need to hit this one twice. I think it's the only switch you have to hit twice. So that's interesting to note. There you go. See, it's pretty straightforward. Not something you should really get stuck on. Ah. Another chance for a green herb. Sweet! First shot. See, you usually steal the green herb from these guys pretty quickly, but sometimes not so much. It just depends, really. Depends on your luck in the RNG. Yeah, see? Sometimes it's a little more difficult, but it's usually not bad. Guess we could do some haste. I like that spell animation. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, getting pretty unlucky with this one. Wow, that haste really works. Damn. Look at that! Haste is kind of OP in this game, I would say. It really speeds you up. Especially if you do it to a character that's already pretty quick, so... Looks like we can't go that way. It looks like you can, but... I think now you can. You just can't really see it from this side, which is kind of weird, you know? And it looks like we're back here. That's interesting. Guess we'll go this way then. Ah. I don't want to fight you guys. You guys are just kind of sad, really. Well, we can try lock. Why not? That was interesting. It's also a pretty interesting spell, if you care to take advantage of it. Now what? You got any more for us? You're still alive? Curse it, I'm almost out of strength. This has to do it. So here we go. So this is... excuse me. This is Thanatos. Has about 3,500 HP. I think he has an instant death attack, if I remember correctly. Other than that, not really a big deal. Yeah. That's pretty much it, though. That's really his only thing that's really gonna annoy you. That's where restores come in. Do the good old restore cure combo. It works. Power gear. And he does shield to himself, which is kind of annoying, but you know. It's not too bad. Just keep attacking him and hopefully nobody gets taken down. Wait, did he? Oh, he hit Jovian. I was gonna say. Something just didn't seem right about that. I was hoping Juiceoff would get another turn, but obviously that didn't happen. So I gotta do restore now. The Yar's on our last legs. We're gonna have to do something about that. I'm out of cures, unfortunately. Got him. He's not too bad, just kind of annoying with the whole one-hit kill thing. But otherwise, he's not a big deal. We get a free purple herb and 30,000 ARN. Was that his last ace? I hope so. I'm getting a little tired of these, you know, not really that difficult boss fights. You know, it's just kind of annoying. Found no translated books. In that single night, the population of Valaskioth was reduced to a fraction of what it used to be. Amidst the wasteland, they struggled desperately for survival, as the demons continued to ravage the land. No translated books. One of those who survived was Munin. Left without a home or a master, he aimlessly wandered the barren plains of his former country. Whether it be coincidence, fate, or the alchemist's sorcery, the guardsman's journey ultimately led him to Mimir's hideout. His face was grave and solemn, and there was no wavering in his voice as he spoke these words to the mage. "Grant me your power, for any sacrifice it requires. I am willing to pay in order to correct our mistakes, to cleanse this land, and to avenge my king." Munin knew that despite the demon's current state, they were originally obedient. He could only hope he could stay in control of his power long enough to fulfill his quest. And so it was done. Mimir helped Munin acquire the strength necessary to fight his nemesis. Now a demon himself, the guardsman began his search for Hugin. I gotta say, this little storyline in these translations is pretty interesting. That they should make like a spin-off game about it. I'd play it. It was an epic battle. The two rivals were evenly matched, but in the end, Hugin could not stand against Munin's terrible wrath. At last, the Slayer of Odin was dead. Finally, in order to prevent further tragedy, Munin took his own life, rather than risk the same fate as his old friends. With his death came an end to the demon war. Okay. Let's follow the path. There's another save point, so probably another boss coming up. I guess I'll... Silver ring on the first try, really? See, that is undeniable proof that what a fickle mistress RNG can be. You know? Like... It's freaking crazy. Like, we got that on the first try. Last time it took, like, what? I don't even know how many attempts. Several. And it was really annoying. This time, first try. Like, really? That's really how it's gonna be? Nah. Ayara, you're probably the character that I want to have missed the least, okay? It's not alright. That was probably like your weakest attack, the Photon Beam. Okay, so how about you like summon like your biggest and best so we can get this over with, you know? This is getting a little redundant. You've been cornered. There's nowhere to go. Surrender. I don't have a choice. I have to perform the summoning on myself. For the Emperor. Not the Emperor. The Emperor sucks. What's going on? Did he sacrifice himself? It would appear. That was weird. Okay, so this is Phase Shaper. Has about 4,000 HP. We definitely want to steal from this guy because he has something really good. He's strong, but he has pretty low defense. And he also likes to evade attacks, which is pretty annoying, but you know. Other than that, not really that big of a deal. So we definitely want to steal from him. Because he has something we really want. Yeah, see? He has pretty low physical defense, so you're going to suck his HP pretty quickly. I'm not sure what that mana shift thing he did does. Maybe it changes his attack pattern. Armageddon. Yeah, he does have some pretty powerful attacks. Solar Flare, that's what we want. That is what we want, definitely. We definitely need to do a Mendal after what he just did. Ow, that did some damage, definitely. think we should do a cure after that nonsense. There you go, Yara. Takes care of that nonsense. Let's see, let's check out Solar Flare. Maybe it's not a spell. Maybe it's an attack. Or maybe it's not in your inventory till after the fight. I forget. But either way, we've got this. Yep, that is a pretty powerful attack. There's no doubt about that. Rorschach, you've almost had it. That is not something we want to have happen. Got him. He has some pretty powerful attacks, but so you want to take him down pretty quickly. 35,000 Arn and menu set number 9. Okay, I believe that was the last boss here. So, thankfully. Ugh. Finally, this must be what he was trying to protect. Let's take a look around and see what we can find in here. Guess we gotta read these last bookshelves, but first let's see if, yeah, there it is, Solar Flare. Light damage to one enemy, so it's the most powerful light magic spell. So that's nice. Let's read these books, shall we? See if we can find anything interesting. Lots of no translated books. After witnessing the results of my research, I asked Munin to deliver the punishment for my crimes. But instead, he told me to continue studying the phenomenon, to find a way to reverse the process. I will spend the remainder of my life attempting to prevent another war like this. I will atone for my sins by doing so. I collected all of my works on the summoning, but even though I tried to force myself day after day, I couldn't bring myself to burn them. Perhaps it's for the better. Even if I destroy them, the process will be rediscovered, eventually. May future generations learn from our mistakes. At last, I've made a discovery worth noting. Though I do not yet understand the origin of the demons that I have summoned, I know they have personalities of their own. When the demon soldiers lost their minds, it meant the spirits have taken over. This leads me to the conclusion that most of these spirits are violent and possess low intelligence. Therefore, the knowledge of demons is not absolute. In fact, the vast majority do not know about the summoning process themselves. But more importantly, even in the final stages of their lives, the soldiers were still not entirely taken over by the spirits. They remained in a hybrid form until the end. This realization provided me with valuable insight. The power of demons cannot manifest itself in our world directly. The link with the human body is required. Moreover, the strength of this link is not fixed. It varies with the emotional state of the subject. This is the demon's weak point. The soldiers with the most power were the ones with the most confidence. It is simple to believe that the latter is caused by the former, but now I feel it is the other way around. That is, they are only as strong as they believe themselves to be. Well, maybe that's why Trevor and Sick are so unstoppable. There's a lot of interesting information here. What do you think? If these records about demon possession are accurate, it sounds very much like what happened to those two commandos. It's too big a coincidence for it not to be related. Agreed. Yes, I have no doubt that this is where Brunhild learned how to create these demons from. But it's been making me think, isn't this very similar to my own condition? There's something inside of me. Brunhild called it the Hand of Fate. I always assumed it was another aspect of my own personality, but what if it really is a summoned spirit? But your situation is different, isn't it? Your mind hasn't been taken over. It's the same, you're just able to repress it. Weak people like these two lose their minds quickly, but strong people can control it. Yanangwa, you insisted on coming along to this place. Did you already know what we read about here? I've learned some new things as well. But to you, this information is useless. There is no way to remove the spirit once you are possessed. You have no other choice than to continue to resist it. Even if there's nothing I can do about it, I still want to know more about my condition. You're saying it's true that I'm the same as them. Well, if you compare them to what I'm like when I lose control, it's not much different. But anyway, let's not forget that our purpose here is to find a way to defeat the Commandos. Should we go over these records again? We may have missed a vital clue. No, we've seen enough. I have a plan. Oh yeah? You? Give me a moment while I recover from the shock. Those two are a serious threat. They must be eliminated. Look around some more if you must. I will tell you what I have in mind once we are outside. Well, you've certainly caught my attention. Yeah, let's see just what he has. Let's see just this plan that he apparently has. Good, at least we don't have to walk out of there ourselves. Now we're in a forest, apparently. No doubt about it, they're definitely within this forest. Even I can feel it at this distance. Yeah, I feel it very strongly now. They're close. But they're still not showing themselves. Isn't that strange? They're toying with me. They know that I have no choice but to fight them. They're probably delighted in seeing me cornered. Do you really think your plan will work? Do you think I would be here if I wasn't sure of myself? It's a good point. No matter how strong they become, they're still simple-minded buffoons. There will be no problem. I hope you're right. You all understood the plan, didn't you? What are we waiting for? If they're not attacking immediately, that gives us a little more time to prepare. Let's not be too hasty. Suit yourself. Remember, the plan requires 3 parties. Deuce and I will each lead one. 3? Oh boy. Our primary function is not to defeat them, so the strongest fighter should be in your own party. But the more we can weaken them, the better. Why is this reminding me of the Luca battle? We will not get a second chance if we fail. We must be fully prepared. This is totally reminding me of the Luca battle. I mean, we're in a forest. We have to make 3 parties. One that's actually going to finish the job. Yeah. If we only get 1 shot. Yeah, okay. This place is giving me the chills. If we're not going to fight them yet, then let's leave quickly. Okay. Okay, so as I understand it, yeah, basically you just need to make like 2 supporting parties. Make sure your best party is in Daniel's group. And yeah, I believe this is actually one of the hardest battles in the game. Okay.